Imagine a lone figure standing under a vast desert sky, surrounded by silence, with stars so bright they seem to whisper ancient secrets. This is Abraham, a man who hears the voice of the Creator, calling him to leave everything behind and forge a covenant that would change the course of history. From this moment, three great faiths, Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, would emerge, each carrying their own traditions and teachings. But hidden within this shared legacy lies a fascinating question: why do Jews and Muslims refuse to eat pork while Christians freely embrace it? It's not just about dietary rules. The answer takes us deep into the heart of faith, identity, and divine revelation. The pig, a humble creature, became a powerful symbol of obedience, purity, and freedom across these religions. If you're curious about the incredible journey behind this ancient prohibition and how it connects us all, then you've come to the right place. Let's unravel the tale of the forbidden feast. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video, share it with friends who love exploring the deeper stories of faith and history, and subscribe to join me on this journey into the past. Now, let's uncover the mystery together. In a time long past, when humanity stood closer to its beginnings and the sands of the desert bore only the footprints of wanderers, there was a man named Abraham. He was unlike those around him, for he sought something beyond the idols his people worshipped. In the stillness of the night, under the boundless canopy of stars, Abraham heard a voice, soft yet unyielding, gentle yet filled with authority. "Abraham," the voice said, "leave your homeland, your father's house, and go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and through you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." This was the beginning of a covenant, one that would bind Abraham and his descendants to the Creator for generations to come. Abraham obeyed, leaving behind the familiar and stepping into the unknown, his faith leading him like a torch in the darkness. From this act of trust and obedience, three great spiritual families would arise, each destined to interpret and live out the Creator's will in its own way. Among the countless teachings and traditions that emerged, one question would echo through the ages, a question of food, of what was permitted and forbidden, of what it meant to honor the Creator even in the act of eating. And at the heart of this question was one humble creature, the pig. In the Torah, the Qur'an, and the teachings of the early church, the story of the pig is told in ways that reflect the values, struggles, and spiritual journeys of Abraham's descendants. For some, the pig became a symbol of impurity, its very flesh a transgression. For others, it represented freedom, a departure from the strictures of the past. Yet all these perspectives were woven into a tapestry that spoke of identity, obedience, and faith. The Torah, central to the Jewish faith, offers one of the earliest articulations of the prohibition. In the book of Leviticus it is written, "Of the animals that live on the land, these are the ones you may eat, those that have divided hooves and chew the cud. But the pig, though it has divided hooves, does not chew the cud. It is unclean for you. You must not eat their meat or touch their carcasses." Leviticus chapter 11 verse 2-8. The Quran echoes this sentiment centuries later, stating, "He has forbidden to you dead animals, blood, the flesh of swine, and that which has been dedicated to other than Allah." Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 173. In contrast, the Christian perspective, shaped by the teachings of Jesus and the early apostles, reinterpreted these laws. As seen in Peter's vision recorded in the Acts of the Apostles, "Do not call anything impure that God has made clean." Acts chapter 10, verse 15. The Jewish perspective on the pig is deeply tied to the concept of kashrut, the dietary laws that define what is clean and unclean, what is fit for consumption, and what must be avoided. These laws were not arbitrary, they were a declaration of identity. In a world where the Israelites were surrounded by nations with different customs and beliefs, the prohibition against pork became a way to remain distinct. Judah, the spiritual heir to Abraham's covenant, saw the law as a gift, a way for the children of Israel to remain holy, set apart for God's purposes. The pig, with its habit of eating refuse and wallowing in filth, was a vivid reminder of impurity. Yet Judah understood that the commandment went beyond practicality. It was a test of obedience, a way to show reverence for the Creator's wisdom. For the Muslim descendants of Ishmael, the prohibition of pork carried similar significance. In Islam, dietary laws are part of a broader system of halal and haram, what is permissible and forbidden. The pig, considered impure, symbolizes that which is unfit for the body and soul. The Quranic prohibition reinforces this, but it also emphasizes mercy and practicality. If one is forced by necessity, neither desiring it nor transgressing, there is no sin upon him. Surah An-Nahl, chapter 16, verse 115. This balance reflects a key aspect of Islamic faith, submission to Allah's will while recognizing human needs. Ishmael's people viewed abstaining from pork as an act of discipline, a way to live in harmony with divine law and maintain spiritual purity. The Christian relationship with the pig, however, is rooted in the teachings of Jesus and the new covenant he established. Jesus often challenged the rigid interpretations of Jewish law, emphasizing the spirit rather than the letter. In the Gospel of Mark, he declared, "Nothing outside a person can defile them by going into them. Rather, it is what comes out of a person that defiles them." Mark chapter 7, verse 15. This teaching laid the groundwork for a radical shift. Peter, one of Jesus' closest disciples, struggled with the implications of this new covenant. Raised as a devout Jew, he found it difficult to reconcile his upbringing with the message of inclusivity and grace. His vision of the sheet descending from heaven, filled with all kinds of animals, marked a turning point. The voice in the vision said, "Rise, Peter, kill and eat." When Peter hesitated, the voice replied, "Do not call anything impure that God has made clean." Acts chapter 10, verse 13 to 15. This revelation was not just about food, it was about people. The barriers between Jew and Gentile, clean and unclean, were being broken down. For Christians, the pig came to symbolize freedom, the freedom to live not under the constraints of the old laws, but under the grace of the new covenant. It was a sign that faith, not ritual purity, was the path to salvation. And so, the pig came to represent something far greater than itself. For the Jewish people, it became a mark of their identity, a reminder of their covenant with God and their unique role as His chosen people. For Muslims, it symbolized submission to Allah's will, a daily act of obedience and trust. For Christians, it represented the breaking of barriers, the inclusivity of God's love, and the freedom found in grace. The tale of the forbidden feast is not merely about dietary preferences. It is a story of faith, of how communities define themselves and their relationship with the divine. It is a testament to the diversity of paths that lead to the Creator, each one reflecting a unique aspect of the human journey. Perhaps as Abraham looked up at the stars so long ago, he saw this diversity unfolding. Perhaps he smiled, knowing that his descendants, though divided by tradition, would always be united by their shared yearning for the one who had called him. And so, the tale continues, not as a story of division, but as a reminder of the richness of faith and the ways in which humanity, in all its complexity, seeks to honor the Creator. And so, the tale of the forbidden feast brings us full circle, back to the covenant made under the stars, a promise that shaped the destinies of Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. While their paths diverged, the prohibition of pork became a reflection of their unique relationships with faith, identity, and obedience to the divine. For the Jewish people, it remains a mark of chosenness and holiness. For Muslims, it's an act of submission and purity, and for Christians, it symbolizes the freedom found in grace. Though their practices differ, all three faiths share something profound, a desire to honor the Creator and live in accordance with His will. Perhaps as Abraham looked up at the stars long ago, he saw not division, but the beauty of diversity united by devotion. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with friends who enjoy exploring the rich connections between history, faith, and identity. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace be with you all.